So hello everyone, this is AetherNightmare and welcome back to Honkai Star Rail. So it is time for Spindle laboring to weave the Tapestry of Time. But before I do that, because there is the commencement event going on for Honkai Star Rail's 3rd anniversary, you get to pick a character. Now, it seems, according to the internet, the best consensus is to go with Sparkle first, if you don't have her, because she can boost so many teams. However, I already have Sparkle, so the next best pick would be Kafka, apparently. And if you already have her, then the third would be Adventurine. If I had to pick after that, I'd probably say either Acheron or Danhung, but these are starting to become outdated characters at this point. And only these two if you have nothing else and don't care about the others, because these Jinliu and I don't even remember your name are so outdated they practically don't count. So I already have Sparkle and Acheron and Adventurine, and rather than getting them up a tier, it's better to have new characters, at least for me, I believe. I was originally torn between Kafka and Danhung, but now knowing that Danhung is rather outdated, we are going with Kafka. Select the character Kafka. Upon selection, you will receive the materials required to build them directly to level 60. So there we go. She's here. You can see Blade hiding in the background. You can see Silverwolf over here. I'm kind of curious who this is meant to be. If they're meant to be anyone at all, they often give hints in the future. I kind of wonder if this is Firefly. And of course, for those of you who don't know, this is their boss. I want to say, trying to think of his name, Use. He takes the form of a black cat. His name escapes me at the moment, but he writes the scripts that they follow. Okay, so I wanted to get that out of the way, lest I forget. I kind of had an oh no moment when deciding what to stream tonight. So let us go to our next destination, which is going to be at the Garden of Life. At the little memorial space.
Trebios's memory has unveiled the very first prophecy. All shall bid farewell to one, and that person alone will witness the miracle. Such is the will of fate.
It also translated as only one shall live till the end, and they alone will witness Era Nova.
If I take on Orynyx's trial, will the prophecy come to pass for me as well?
It kind of implies that only one person is going to survive the apocalypse.
Regardless, I must give Aglaya an answer.
Some time ago.
Ah, it's you, Cass. I finished the anthology of poems you lent me. Here it is.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied to find time for reading.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that time is limited can push one to overcome their limitations. The weight of these responsibilities seems to have enhanced my reading efficiency.
I understand completely. During my time at the Grove, the closer exams drew, the more efficient I became at tackling everyday mundane tasks. Anything but my actual studies.
Precisely. As I remember, you and Finon were both disciples of the new Sporists. I assume that Anaxa's exams were as unreasonable as the man himself, correct?
The courses Professor Anaxa taught were Introduction to Alchemy and History of Mythology. And to be perfectly honest, those two courses were the students' greatest nightmares.
The history of mythology, taught by the blasphemous great performer himself. I can imagine their fear.
Now that I think about it, students would often rush to the podium during class to challenge him on those blasphemous ideas. May I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxa always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions the very justification of the Flame Chase journey. Our positions have been destined to be at odds. While you were studying there, I assume you must have heard of his nickname.
Dromus draped in finery?
As I see it, this nickname is more of an insult to the Dromas.
Here, though, I find myself agreeing potentially more with Anaxa, especially if this journey ends up with everyone dead.
Despite his insufferable arrogance, I do hold a certain respect for his nature as a scholar. To remain true to his principles, he is unafraid to stand opposed to the world, and that requires considerable resolve.
His insufferable arrogance to not march to the death cult. Sure.
Anaxagoras' life is almost like a satire. As a Chrysos heir, he refuses to heed the prophecy, while he disrespects the gods.
The gods have chosen him.
He was indeed chosen by Circes. Is something weighing on you, Cass? The golden thread is quivering. I sense there's more to this exchange than idle chatter.
Although I have to ask, if he was chosen by the gods as well, isn't it blasphemous for you to question him? Because he's on the same level as you.
With all due respect, I'd like to know what you plan to do with him.
How dare he backsass the gods, and the gods are up there like, I'm cool with it.
In light of his assistance in the battle against the Flame Reaver, I am willing to grant him some time to find a way to remove the core flame. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will not hesitate to take extreme measures.
Just as I feared.
The Flame Chase journey is the destined path for the Chrysos heirs. Yet he now seems more like an empty shell. Given his strong sense of self-respect, I trust that Anaxagoras will make the right decision.
Still, I can't help but hope for another possibility.
Isn't that blasphemous, my dear?
Perhaps Anaxa will also overcome his limitations, now that he knows time is limited.
I understand your stance. Let's continue this discussion another time. But now, let's greet our guest. You're here. Does this mean you're ready to take on Orynyx's trial?
We are ready, Mem and me. I'm still on the fence. Technically, I'm on the fence. I don't know, I have issues with debating stuff like that because the text is like, please debate me, and then everybody's like, how dare you debate the text that asks for debate?
It seems that this sacred beast is just as indispensable, given their intricate ties to the Titan.
Thanks to you, I've evolved from a little dog to a sacred beast.
Surrendering the core flame is a Chrysos heir's duty. Your selfless assistance is deeply appreciated. However, I urge you to carefully consider the risks of accepting the trial. Becoming a demigod means forsaking your humanity.
What humanity?
You will inherit Orynyx's divinity and bear the time of Amphorius, all on your own. From that point onward, your fate will be forever intertwined with ours, never to be separated again, until the end of Genesis.
Are you trying to talk me out of it? Is there a plan B? Actually, that is a good question.
It's exceedingly rare to find a capable Chrysos heir. If this path proves unattainable, I am willing to lower my expectations. There are still many priests of Yanissopolis and their descendants in the city. If I'm left with no other option, I'll try to find someone worthy among them.
Seems like a shot in the dark. If I do not descend into hell, who will? Alright, then that's it. I'm out. I'm gonna go with shot in the dark. Exactly! We can't have the civilians bear the risks, can we? Technically, everyone is. We've come so far, and everyone is counting on you to be the hero. As for the trial, you have nothing to fear. The Time Type may be willful at times, but they've never caused us any harm. Myth has it that Onyx opposes mortals, but to me, they just seem a bit timid, like a child.
It looks like you know that Titan rather well.
Oddly enough, I don't remember ever meeting them, but the moment I saw, Stell, Onyx's memories were already in my head. I almost said Lumine.
Memories that exist outside of your own experiences.
I can't explain why, but I can vouch for Mem's words. When I was in the Abyss, I heard the Titan's groans, full of pain and grievances, yet without any ill will.
I trust you can make the right call. Do I even have a say in this?
Please,
Trust me on this. At the very least, you can speak with them in person. I get the feeling that if we don't meet Onyx, we'll be missing out on something huge. I trust you can make the right call. Looks like there's no other way.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to the occasion for Akima. Nearly rewarding you with some honeydew is no longer able to express the extent of our gratitude. When the dust settles, I hope that we'll have the chance to have a long chat regarding your return journey and the curse of the sky. It's about time that we lift the taboo and discuss things openly.
Oh, no.
Before leaving, I should go and say hi to Castris.
It's kind of ironic because the point I'm at with Genshin in 6.0 for recording is like at a very similar story beat of like, should we tell them about this? About the whole, how's the populace gonna take that?
Miss, may everything go well for you and Mem.
You need a Goliath for something too?
It's nothing. I only came to discuss some matters with Lady Aglaya. Previously, I lent her an anthology of poems that Lady Trianne had gifted to me. Tracing back, this anthology was something left for Lady Trianne by a bard before their passing. Although personal properties should be cleared out once their owner has passed on, Lady Trianne gave this book to me since she knew how much I like to read.
Can you tell me more about the book? Is the book very special?
It just contains an allegory. In a faraway land, in a city known as Styxia, a dragon corrupted by the Black Tide descended one day, swooping upon the city like death itself. It swallowed the princess of the city whole before it was suppressed. After taking down the evil dragon, the warriors discovered that the princess's life had already met its end. Overwhelmed by grief, the queen hired an alchemist to resurrect the princess using the dragon's flesh and blood. However, having lost memories of her previous life, the resurrected princess turned into an evil dragon herself and wreaked havoc on the city. As a result, the prosperous Styxia met its demise.
What a dark story. What a touching story. I get the feeling with her specials and her ability that she might be referring at least somewhat as an allegory to herself.
How is it touching?
The people's love for the priestess too.
What? That was the correct option to increase the friendship level?
Are you sure this
The
thing
author
isn't
of
March?
This book is Archepia, a wandering bard who traveled to many cities. Among the things she left behind are poems, dictionaries, and many tragicomedy scripts. She even clearly underlined and took notes in books that covered myths with her elegant handwriting. While flipping through these books, I felt like I was afforded a glimpse into the life of Archepia. It felt just like I was traveling with someone that I'd never met before. It was as if she had yet to pass on and was still alive.
No one goes through life without leaving their mark behind. She probably did not think much of it while she was writing.
That's right.
Look what first.
Writing, drawing, and taking photographs. It seems like human nature to try and leave records of things. Speaking of taking photographs, when I was helping you to take the photo previously, I did not look through the photos in your photo stone out of courtesy. But I'm also very curious about the story of the Rosy Celestial Maiden. Despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand nothing about the world beyond the sky. If there is an opportunity... forget it. Let's talk about this in the future. For now, I only hope that you'll be able to complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
I mean, you can see March's selfie if you want to.
I don't think there's anything else to do here. Time to go back and talk to Don Hung.
May you complete the trial safely and obtain Orynyx's blessing.
But yeah, our little bunny friend talks extremely like March. And I know she is in that ice coma at the moment, so I wonder if there's a chance that her consciousness got beamed down here even if her body's up on the express.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
I've received this type of back sass before. I recognize this snark.
Citizens Assembly?
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know.
Some good news or more trouble?
I wouldn't call it trouble. I just think it will be favorable if the both of you understand the situation in Akima better.
Do you remember the Council of Elders that was on our heels previously? It seems like they've made their move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years. This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey.
So Aglaya doesn't actually call the shots? I've never once passed my sociology class.
Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she cannot win over the hearts of everyone.
Perhaps you should retake some exams next time we visit Paperfold University.
I'm sorry that I was literally born a couple months ago, Don Hung, and I have no memories. Tell me more about the Citizens' Assembly.
Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders organizes a Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud. During the assembly, the representatives will vote on major issues such as whether the Chrysos heirs led by Aglaya should still hold the right to govern the Holy City, and whether the Titan's conquest should continue.
It sounds like some sort of system to balance the heroes and the mortals.
That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs, and hope to take complete control over the Flame Chase journey. We can refer to them as the Opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the Opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day.
Okay, but what are their actual opinions? Is there a good reason that they are opposing the Flame Chase journey?
The Citizens' Assembly is just around the corner. But this time, there seems to be a new variable to the situation.
Is it us? Or, I mean, Anax is here too, but I'm assuming it's us.
No. Although we might be mentioned, the Council of Elders has another target in mind.
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take advantage of Professor Anaxa. Aglaya will surely take back Circe's core flame.
I figured it was one or the other.
With Anaxa's current condition. It's so unique that nobody knows how taking the core flame away from him will affect him. He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to escape from the monitoring of the Golden Thread and protect himself. If the opposition were to offer an olive branch at this time...
You suspect that he might betray the Flame Chase journey and defect toward the Council of Elders?
Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However, he has taught many Chrysos heirs, and has long been considered an important ally of Akuma. I truly do not wish to see comrades turning on one another.
I have a better understanding of the full picture now. Is there anything that we can do?
As I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest way in which you can help is for you to know what I am fighting for.
We understand. Thank you for being honest with us. Things are piling up again. You and Mem are tied up with Ornyx's trial, while I am preparing to visit the Grove to uncover clues about the world beyond the sky.
Let's just take things one step at a time. I want to rest right now. None of these things seem like they're going to be easy to deal with.
Allow me to apologize for the fact that we always seem to be troubling you. I hope that Ornyx will show more benevolence and be more accommodating. I remember that they seemed quite fond of you back in the Abyss. Go and rest and regain your strength. We'll meet at the Vortex in a few days. Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to find out more about the Council of Elders and the Citizens' Assembly.
How big of a read is it? Also, I was looking it up in the background, the name of the black cat I mentioned before. Elio. I knew it started with an E, but I'm a little rusty. A study of the Citizens' Assembly, democratic policies, has always fascinated citizens of different city-states of Inforius. When Akuma was first established, its democracy was limited to a privileged minority. Ouch. However, through ongoing reforms, the Akuma Citizens' Assembly took to the stage, transforming Akuma's government into a democracy for all, where the Citizens' Assembly made every major decision. It's important to note that as the Black Tide draws near and citizens from other city-states join Akuma's political circle, the precious rights of Akuma's original citizens are becoming increasingly diluted. Consequently, voices calling for reforms with the Akuma Citizens' Assembly system grew even louder. Well, if you're going to take in voices, you got to take those voices into consideration. Democracy is only one of the consequences of civilization's developments, rather than the cause of development. Depends. For democracy to be productive, it must enact different rules for different societies, situations, and issues. No single rule can be optimal for all scenarios. That is true. In other words, Akuma Citizens' Assembly system will continue to evolve as the book is written. Due to time limitations, this publication focuses only on the current Akuma Citizens' Assembly, not its future developments. Readers should bear this limitation in mind. Big bold letters. Citizen, citizenship, and citizenship policies of Akuma. Before examining the Akuma Citizens' Assembly's operational mechanisms and core functions in depth, why is this going backwards? We must first address the matter of the citizens, citizenship rights, and citizenship policies of Akuma. The elders have once noted that Akuma is a collective of free citizens. Due to the substantial power the citizens possess, citizenship qualifications must be strictly regulated to ensure citizens' rights. Discussion on the recognition of naturalized citizens' rights were once the foci of disputations between the leaders of the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders. As more Amphordian city-states fell over time, and as that black tide drew closer, citizenship rights reforms became imperative. Judging from the final outcome, citizens from all city-states have equal citizenship rights in the Holy City and can have equal participation in public matters. While social differences naturally exist between rich and poor, locals and travelers, the holy city of Akama would not allow those social distinctions to become political divisions and will ensure complete political equality among citizens. You frickin' better. Continued. Operational mechanisms of the Citizens' Assembly, also in big bold. Barring emergencies, Akima's Citizens' Assembly follows strict protocols when it is called. The current Council of Elders, a government entirely made of representatives of the city-state, post the upcoming Citizens' Assembly agenda and venue, usually Dawn Cloud in the Holy City, at the Wall of Heroes before each morning. Usually topics are proposed by Council of Elders members before the Assembly and become official Assembly items after receiving majority Council approval. The Council predetermines which matters to address and when. Once confirmed, the Council Chairman hands over the agenda to the Council of Elders Assembly Chair, who presides over the meeting. Normally, matters cannot be discussed at the Citizens' Assembly without prior Council review. Council-reviewed matters yield only two outcomes. Either they're already thoroughly discussed and only need citizen votes, or they require citizens to hold debates to reach final resolutions during the Assembly. Results are tallied using pottery shards blessed with Kefali's runes, aka the World-Bearing Titans runes, with voting dahlia placed throughout Akama during the assemblies. After thorough discussion and voting of all proposals, the Council of Elders approves... I lost my vision there. After thorough discussion and voting on all proposals, the Council of Elders posts approved decrees at the Wall of Heroes. Continued. Core functions of the Citizens' Assembly. Is there a reason I need to learn their big politics? The Assembly wields the important capacities of legislative power, the appointment of government officials, declaring war, conceding peace, and actual control of armies during wartime. Yet historically and practically, Akima's Citizens' Assembly isn't fully controlled and directed by its citizens, but rather a means to ensure that elites who represent the majority's social interests can effectively manage social matters. Yeah, we're getting a little tired of that one over. In other words, the current system where the leader of the Chrysos heirs and the Council of Elders jointly manage Akama was decided by the Achaemenid Citizens' Assembly system. Citizens influence policymakers through voting and other means of political participation rather than directly managing social affairs or making political decisions. So it's very similar to how things are managed here in the States. We don't technically choose things directly, we choose a figurehead who says they're going to do the thing, and then we kind of just gotta like hope and pray they actually do the thing. Continued. Appendix. Principal Matters of the Council of Elders. The Council of Elders is a governmental organization consisting of representatives from Amphorius' city-states. While most are elected by their city-states, some receive direct invitations from current Council of Elder members. Authorized by Citizens' Assembly, they manage various practical affairs within Akama. The most renowned honorary elder is Lycurgus, an Anti-Kythrin, a race that was already nearly extinct before the Chrysos War. He has communicated directly with Kefali multiple times during the era Chrysia and passed the wishes of mortals to Kefali, showing himself as the true Theros. Lycurgus' neutrality is well noted by all, which explains his frequent selection as the Citizens' Assembly Chair. Significantly, Elder Canis has shown great effectiveness in Akama's governments and gathered many followers. Many believe Canis will leverage accumulated resources to challenge the current situation where the Chrysos heirs holds real authority and transform Akama's political structure. Scene. Woof. Okay. Take a rest, take a nap after all that, and then we'll do fantasy politics, I guess.
It's just as I suspected. The troubles afflicting the Flame Chase journey aren't just external issues. The complex internal politics and interpersonal relationships are also exacerbating the problem. We can't let our guard down yet. We have to find out where we stand in this large interwoven web.
Because it's not good enough to just do a crash course and try to intervene on everything. Otherwise you don't know the damn dynamics.
This trial feels like it's just around the corner. I'm starting to feel nervous.
Well, it's not that soon. There's still a few more days until then. Don't worry, everything will be fine. I feel like a sitting duck that has been thrown into the deep end. I kind of do.
Speaking of which, I don't recall seeing any rubber duck toys in the baths of Akama. It seems like they only have these seals?
Do they have ducks? Like, as an animal?
Let's just hope that everything goes well. After all, as someone who has earned the gaze of an Eon, you should be able to overcome the trial of a regional god just fine. We've also unknowingly gotten used to sleeping with the midday sun shining brightly above our heads. Get some rest. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition in Amphorius is about to begin.
Get some rest and await the trial. Yeah, me too, having to record all these at night. A few days later at the Vortex of Genesis.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius, please, step forward.
Will it be able to sense my hesitancy?
Miss, I'm sorry. I'm not sure what I should say to help calm your nerves. Huh. Right. Perhaps something like, as long as you can successfully complete this trial, the rest of the Flame Chase journey will be smooth sailing? No, that sounds a little strange. Don't worry. It won't take up too much of your time. Don't worry. You'll definitely make it back alive? Oh. Sorry. It seems like I've made the mood even heavier. In any case, may everything go your way.
Well, if I die, I know I'm just gonna wind up on some other god's doorstep with them looking down at me like, what is it now?
Accepting a Titan's trial is a very peculiar experience. I'm afraid that I'm not able to accurately describe it. You can only go and experience it for yourself. I believe that you'll be able to pull it off.
You can't give me any details about your own?
I can still vividly recall when you entered the Vortex of Genesis for the first time. At that time, I could never have imagined that a guest from beyond the sky would shoulder the fate of Amphorius. Don't feel burdened. Just like during the Trial of Strife, Trinan and Finan will be waiting for you outside. If something unforeseen were to occur, they will intervene in the trial and rescue you. May Kefali bless you.
I don't know if you've noticed this, but something unforeseen constantly keeps happening.
Little Gray and Mem, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Kefali light your path forward. Get ready to assume Orynyx's divinity, Trailblazer. The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for some time. We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
I've long gotten used to fighting fires. Let's begin.
The eighth core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Veil of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the two elected heroes of the Chrysosairs. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles.
I've heard that word in the fandom before, and I don't know what to think about this now.
Who?
It's also who for me, not that.
Both of you, please, come forward. Recite along with us.
O Majesty of the 12 Titans, Pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the prophecy. I don't think I have gold blood.
Only gold eyes.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please, focus. And surrender the core flame.
Press and hold to submit the core flame and complete your objective.
Oryx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor.
Wait for my return, my friends. I love all of you.
The last time I heard this, things didn't turn out that well.
Thanks. That really fills me with a vote
Don't
of
worry,
confidence.
Aglaya. She's tougher than I am, right?
It gives word of encouragement before I go in. Ah, the last somebody told me that they died horrifically. Thank you, Aglaya.
Let's go, Stell. Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. She will definitely succeed. While she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Speak. I'm listening.
Something I'm not supposed to hear.
Slap, slap. Wake up. How is it? How do you feel?
I'm so out of it that you're speaking English. Has the trial begun? How are you able to talk?
Right? I think that it's amazing too. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I have such a cute voice. It must be because of all the memories that I collected. They allowed me to grow beyond expectations. Also, listen. The words of the Titan are becoming clearer.
Mother. It hurts. Have I finally reached the end? Are the years of isolation coming to an end?
Oryx. Oh, how heartbreaking. Ever since the figure draped in the black cloak robbed them of their core flame, they have been relegated to waiting in isolation in such a confined space. We are going to help alleviate their pain, right?
Memories. Broken.
I guess all I can do is try.
Mother. Where?
Memory is broken.
Mother? Who are they calling out for?
Do these gods even have parentage?
You. It's you. I remember you.
Me or the rabbit?
Skyfather has gazed upon you. Mother is calling for you.
Does Skyfather refer to Fuli? But Fuli is one of the outside Aeon gods. The Titan's words are indistinct. Each syllable emerging from the mist seems to be cloaked in frost, symbolizing memory.
Skyfather has chosen you.
Who is your mother? A majestic voice pierces through the golden mist, reaching the unseen mountain walls in the distance. Reflecting and returning to your ears is an echo. Within the echo, you seemingly could make out the cry of a baby.
Mother is no longer responding.
We've come to you because of something important.
Something important. An important matter.
Orynyx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? Throughout the long years, you have always been protecting the fate of Amphorius. Each time people draw strength from within their memories, every single ripple falls onto your shoulders. There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Orynyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf. This is why we have come.
Freedom. Freedom. I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you. You can have a good rest now.
Leave it to us, Titan.
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious.
Are we sure Mem's not gonna get it? Because Mem gave the better speech there.
But you lack something. Just one thing.
My memories?
Lacking something. What is it?
What you lack is a future.
I don't have a future? That's right, I live in the moment. What? What future?
Future?
Traveler from the sky. You should have dissipated already. The gaze from Skyfather. Stabilize your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away.
Oh, did I already die again?
Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
Oh god, not again. It's Penacony all over again.
What? How is that possible?
Open the sky, let the gods see me again, I'll get a heartbeat. Probably new powers too. Do you mean that I'm already dead? Mem, grab the time titan. Just do it.
If the pillar is lost, the laws of time will collapse.
We'll sort it out later, Pink Puffball.
Warriors will succumb to eternal disorder.
You haven't explained things clearly. What about the trial? Revive me quickly.
Time never compromises, never bears grudges, never forgives, never makes a choice. Child of humanity, Titans, Mother, Sky Father.
Skyfather mean Kefali? Who is?
Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Mem,
Orynyx's divinity is dissipating? Is the trial coming to an end?
Mem, grab the titan.
Strider of remembrance, my strength, I shall entrust it to you. The fate of the world, if you wish to save it. Go and find your future that has been stolen. Even if that means you'll have to cheat death.
Won't be my first time.
You'll have to challenge that. And the shadow clasped with unyielding fingers.
aka the Death Titan. Before the passing of 15 entry hours, go forth and reclaim your future. Before the passing of 15 dawns. This is the true trial of time. She called me the Traveler of Remembrance too, or Pathstrider of Remembrance, which is also Fuli.
You're finally awake.
Which is even more ironic considering that, once again, if I was following an Aeon, it'd probably be either Fuli or Yaosha, if not both.
I'll keep it simple. You succeeded. Orynyx has entrusted you with their divinity. Now you're no different from a demigod of Amphorius. However...
I don't like that however, Downhung.
Mem has told me about what happened during the trial. They're still explaining things to the others and told me to bring you back to your room to rest first.
Titan must be joking, right? Don't sigh, Downhung. So, what's my superpower?
There's something that I've never told you. When we landed on Amphorius, our car was pierced by Nikodor's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of the Abyss, this is what I said. You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. It's a good thing we were in the car, or we would have been crushed to pieces. Actually, my account kind of made light of the situation. What actually happened was much more complicated. You were severely injured back then, with several wounds still bleeding profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last of my strength to stem the bleeding. But then, I was also hit by a falling rock and lost consciousness. The last time I checked, you still weren't breathing. But when I regained consciousness, I saw that you were alive and full of energy. So I never brought this up again.
Again, not the first time. This happens a lot to me, though. How exactly did I come back to life? So you were knocked unconscious by a rock?
That's beside the point.
I have a revive, apparently. I mean, technically you do, but do we have to take you back to the Lafu for it? This isn't that unusual for me. It's happened multiple times. There's a chance I could still be dead over in, like, an alternate version of reality, but If that's the case, I only give it so much longer before that dead version of me gets brought back to life by another pissy god due to the Stellaron.
I'm not sure whether the gaze of Fuli has anything to do with this matter. But according to the Titan, you are living in the form of a memory right now. Just like those objects of the past and the miracles of Orynyx. Perhaps Mem is the anchor rope that ties you to the present. I had assumed they couldn't stray too far from you, but the truth might be the exact opposite.
Now, what should we do next? Cry for me? No. Stellaron, do something.
It's not time for us to despair yet. There must be a way to save you. Orynyx mentioned finding your stolen future and cheating death. Considering Mighty's indestructible body, it seems to suggest that there is some kind of miraculous power in Amphorius that can even reverse death. The key seems to lie with the Hand of Shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown.
Hey, are you alright?
Emotionally or physically?
I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very concerned about the warning. She has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for. Regardless of whether there are any clues, there's probably no one else that understands death better than her.
Let's do that then.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosairs already know everything that has happened to you. I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
I just find it interesting you can talk on the outside now.
Let's do that then.
You notice the resolute yet gentle look on Dan Heng's eyes. He doesn't want to burden you with his worries and words. You already understand. His trust to you transcends words. As he once said, it's not the time for sorrow yet. Next, you will go to the grove to check out the situation while you should be looking for Castris with Mem. So, Trailblazer now comes with a time limit.
Miss, I'm right here.
You hear soft steps coming closer, one at a time.
Please stay there and slowly turn around.
Why are you phrasing it like a threat? For some reason, you feel you have seen this scene before. You want to turn your head, but you glimpse a dash of purple brushing past your face. Then a chill seeps through your skin, spreading into your veins. Your heartbeat begins to slow. At this moment, I just want to close my mind. Remembering the near-death experience, gotta stay on guard. Spin around immediately and give Castris a scare. Let's stay on guard. Your vision blurs, and cold reality fades into a purple ocean. And then...
Please pardon me.
Castris, why are you trying to kill me? A subtle fragrance of unnamed flower fills your senses. It's sweet, making you forget the need to breathe. Needing that as the thumbnail. You realize you're still alive. No, to be more precise, your death was not thorough. The coldness of the initial touch dispersed as quickly as it came, and replacing it was the touch of fingertips and a tremble born of trepidation that originated from a certain lanky arm. Your quivering finger gently brushed against your cheek, causing a faint tickle. I wonder if she found out that I can't die, and maybe wants to poke me as a result? As someone who can't touch other people.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything.
Castris, you're shaking. Am I really dead? You're invading my personal space. Well, I normally say that as a joke in my LPs. I'm gonna be nice.
Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I thought that it might have been the special ability of a traveler from beyond the sky. Never did I expect that this would be the true reason.
But I can still sense your aura of death as you approach me and when you touch me. Does that mean anything?
I'm sorry. I should have noticed that something was amiss earlier. Miss, if my abrupt behavior just now offended you, I hope that you can forgive me. I'm just thinking, if your soul has really left your body, as a mortician, I might be able to trace where it has gone to.
I hope I wasn't too abrupt in testing if you would just drop dead when I walked up behind you. Castris, I appreciate it, but maybe next time ask.
Cass, did you find anything?
My apologies. Not as of yet. Perhaps I have overestimated my capabilities. But, Miss, would you be willing to let me try again?
See if you can drop me dead?
I'll increase the area of contact slightly. Perhaps the result might be different this time.
Maybe if I hug you, I'll really drop you dead. There's no harm in trying again. I'm very curious.
I have never touched the living in this way before. If my actions are in any way disrespectful, I hope that you can forgive me.
At least this time it'll be a consensual death. Castris once again places her palm on your face. Her shivers calm down somewhat this time.
Yes.
Did you discover something?
I seem to have caught a glimpse of something. Your soul is currently roaming someplace and cannot find a way to escape. But perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If your soul is still wandering around, it means that we still have time. We have a chance to find it before the fingers of Thanatos sweep everything away. Clues. Just a few more. I need more guidance. The connection has been severed. With my strength, I'm not able to trace it. It was me. I was a little too hasty. Don't worry, miss. Although we currently have no leads, I will do my best to search for the whereabouts of Thanatos, bring back their core flame, and personally return to you the life that you have lost too soon. I know that I'm lacking in confidence, but I hope that you can keep this promise of mine in mind. Before I manage to deliver on this promise, please do your best to hang on.
I just worry though too, if I'm a collection of memories wandering about and my soul is somewhere else, what does that make all of you?
Amphorius needs you.
I'll do my best, so what now? Live on bravely, I understand.
Lady Aglaya and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well. Although, I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well.
I can say the same about everyone else at the moment.
Please accept this Styxian fable. Reading can help one to focus and relax. I hope that reading this can help tide you through this difficult period.
Styxia Fables 1. Part 1, a collection of fables passed down from the city-state of dragons and waves, Styxia, compiled by the Bardess Arkephia. This copy is gifted to Castris by Triam. The Dragon and the Princess. When the dragon's wings first swept across Styxia like waves crashing against the rocks, all, from the poor to the rich, from the curious to the fearful, looked up in awe. Dragon, dragon, why are you silent and sorrowful? The princess climbed to the high tower where the dragon made its nest, gently stroking its forehead with pity. The dragon's wings revealed decaying flesh. Blackened pus poured from within. The distant black tide had transformed it into a monster. It opened its mouth and swallowed the compassionate princess whole. A great disgrace! We must avenge her! The archers with silver bows and blacksmiths with hammers gathered 700 warriors, swearing to cut open the dragon's belly and rescue the princess. It was a fierce battle. Stones shattered, columns fell, until the dragon was riddled with countless bone-exposing wounds, bled black blood, and perished. The princess, pulled from the dragon's belly, was already lifeless. My child, born of my flesh and blood, how could I allow you to perish before me? The grieving queen summoned the kingdom's most precious treasures and called upon the alchemist. In the high tower, the alchemist set upon a ritual, drawing the dragon's bones and gathering its soul, hoping to reshape the scattered flesh of the dragon into the reborn form of the princess. Fun fact, this is something we did in Genshin. But how could the corrupted flesh of darkness give birth to a pure white flower? The princess, resurrected from death, extended her claw and unfurled her massive bony wings, and devoured every last soul in the city. As the evil dragon's wings finally cast the shadow of death over Styxia, none, be they poor, rich, weeping, or trembling, could resist its grasp. Styxia, once a land of treasured glory, your people, until their last breath, refused to blame you, refused to blame the loving queen, the valiant centurion, the wise mage, or the kind princess, only lamenting the inevitable and unstoppable black death that sealed their fate. Arcavia's note. Oh, the story holds great value. If this is true, then it was the evil dragon that brought death to Styxia. But where is the dragon now? The one who once took the form of the princess. Reminder that Castris does have a link with some sort of dragon, similar to that.
Lady Aglaya and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the paths. They're worried about you too. If possible, please go there and let them know that you're well.
Well, air quotes.
I don't actually know whether your current situation can be described as well.
Okay, to the baths.
They're here.
That partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wake up. How do you feel?
Emotionally or physically. So the entire world knows about this now. She can even take the pulse of someone who's dead. It feels quite cool being a departed spirit.
I beg you, please forgive me.
You've completed the trial of time. And I
That one
have to
really sounded
admit
like March.
that the process went better than I expected. Even in the
Better?
end, that Titan's heart still showed a soft spot for humankind.
Ah, we found out you're very close to dead. This went better than expected. Thank you for admitting that you had absolutely zero confidence in me. Appreciate it.
However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated death would appear in Akima at the same time.
You mean me and Anaxa?
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but has no one thought to study his indestructible body? If there were even any minor breakthroughs, we wouldn't be as clueless as we are right now.
Does it mean there's technically 3 if you're referring to Mighty? Because I thought you were all like comfortable with Mighty, but it seems like Anaxa's sort of half cheating death too, what with being a corpse being piloted by a god, even though his own soul's apparently in there.
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no results. If it were successful, Thanatos wouldn't have disappeared without a trace. Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone in this world knows the whereabouts of death, it would be her. I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to escape the clutches of death. At the end of time, Thanatos silently awaits all.
Thanks for the help. Is this supposed to be comforting? Seriously, everything she says has been backhanded.
Don't take it to heart, partner. After all, you've already created countless miracles along the way, right?
But before that, just...
What's wrong, Aglaya?
Omens always come in pairs. A tiny air current will eventually brew into a storm that tears the sky apart. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
In the end, it has still come down to this.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate, Finan. Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I over the past millennium might be reduced to dust because of that great performer.
Not long ago. Time for a perspective shift.
I'm back here again.
Again.
I remember this dream. This realm is covered in a silk-like fog, and the land is barren and harsh. The crowd of travelers leaves tracks everywhere.
Hey! Excuse me! What is this place? Where in Anthorius are we?
The mutters of the traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps they're just distracted and ignored my question.
Tell me, which Titan reigns over this land? And how do I find them?
Hand of Shadow.
Hand of Shadow Thanatos. Could this possibly be the Netherrealm?
Not Netherrealm.
Then where is this? River of Souls? The outskirts of the Netherrealm? Are you heading downstream toward the Netherrealm?
The Netherrealm. Nothing but an illusion. Titan rejects you, me. Listen.
What? The traveler lifts their wrinkled fingers and remains silent. I look in the direction they are pointing and listen closely. There. A massive shadow brought the sound of rushing tides. The sound of tides. I can hear it. I hear it, deep within the tides, beyond the closed gates of the Void World. A voice, about to recount something.
Child of humanity. Is it death's embrace you yearn for with such urgency? Oh, you have awoken. Welcome back to the mortal realm.
Snapping
Your
bring me death.
consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan's core flame is incompatible with a mortal body.
How much longer can my consciousness remain in the mortal realm?
In my estimation, at best, you'll see 15 more entry hours.
Hey, same as me.
15 days and nights.
What is it? Are you finally starting to become attached to the mortal world now?
On the contrary, 15 days feels a little too long for solving a singular problem. Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders is almost here.
Let me ask you one more question. Are you really planning to betray Aglaya's will?
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
What about that white-haired student of yours? Acting so recklessly, do you not care about what might happen to him?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is also a lesson for Finan.
You truly are a strict teacher.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
Okay, so we can add him to our team lineup if we so choose. But I believe we've technically reached the end of a chapter. So, with that... Hello? Thank you. With that in mind... Okay, it wants me in there. Oh, she uses a gun! I wasn't expecting that. Of all weapons, gun was not on my mental list. Can I go anywhere else? For like a quick save? Yes, I can head down several directions apparently. I might head to this one. Just to see if I can... Will this open? It's weird that these aren't unlocked. It's probably only because I'm in his perspective and it's only for story, but... Door, please. There we go. It's probably just because of the perspective shift. But since we have reached the end of a chapter, I can consider maybe someone else. We have 11 days to pull on a banner, new obtainable characters. Right trigger for Celestial Invitation? In the character event Warp, Collaboration Warp, when you receive a 5-star character, it can either be the featured rate-up character or one of the following characters. Okay, so maybe they're just telling me that it changed. So characters got added to, Oh, I see. I can choose who, my secondary might possibly be. So put in here, for example, take you out and put somebody else in that I think I'll actually be more likely to use. Bailu's already in there. I can put Yunli, Argenti, Silverwolf, Fushuen, or I had Seele in there. Because already I have these. These are the standard characters, and these are the ones I can choose to pull from. Okay. I'm missing a lot of these characters already. I kind of want to keep Fushuen. Argenti can be pretty good, especially since I already have some of the other ones. I do have Blade already. Do I want to sacrifice a C0 Blade for... I could take Bronya out too. Somebody that I don't have instead. Yeah, I might do this. Just to give myself a much better chance at characters I don't have. Cool. I kind of like that they give you the opportunity. That's something I really wish Genshin would do. So we have a new character that we can pull on, but I kind of would prefer to work on one of these. Sunday is supposed to be really, really good, for example. As much as I love Fei Xiao, so much so that her character and miHoYo practically share lore for Final Fantasy XIV. It was an accident. I designed mine first. I'll probably go for Sunday. Will I get an infinite procession of Sundays? Supposed to be like S tier support. Obviously we didn't get him this time, but got a Sushan. I could use some of these new light cones too. I could really use farming for materials actually, seeing as... Oops, I can't view you. I'll look at Kafka. I don't have the ability to farm for like spheres and stuff because there's an event tied to it. There is a oh, whatever these are called that you go through for the dungeon. Shoot. Not inventory. Intro Astro Guide, there we go. Currency words, Divergent Universe. I'm pretty sure it was Divergent Universe that it stuck behind, and I didn't have the story for that one unlocked, which means I can't exactly go and farm because then I'll just run right into a freaking cutscene. So let's look to see how to build Kafka. Is that a question mark on your phone? Has some sort of star for the camera, very similar to the one that's on his chest, and also seems to have a question mark here. It's just that sometimes with characters you can tell a bit about their personality based on their cell phones. Let's see, Kafka. Kafka build. How do you ignore the spoiler? That's kind of like right there, sorry. Where'd she go? Oh, and Sushang, I gotta unlock your Eidolon, dear. Rise from Fame. Ultimate +2 and Talent +2.
Sooner or later, I'll make my mark in history.
Just a bit more extra power. You. Also the other spoiler. What do you want for Light Cone and Relics, my dear? She's still considered an S tier character, apparently. Nihility, Lightning, works really good with Black Swan if you have her, which I do. Best one is obviously one of her light cones, I think, which is Lies Dance on the Breeze. That doesn't actually look like hers. That's actually someone else's cone. That's Cypher's cone. Okay, I was gonna say that doesn't look like Kafka's cone on this little tiny screen. Because it's Cypher's. Her own best cone isn't even best in slot anymore. But Eagle of the Twilight line is apparently her best one. It's probably for speed, maybe. Damage over time build. Damage over DPS. Or support. Oh, that's for support. What does it recommend then? Overall DPS. AS. Should you pull Kafka, damage over time dealer, best pair with another damage over time to maximize her utility? With the release of version 3.4 core, Kafka has received a lot of quality of life upgrades that benefit both her and damage over time units. Kafka now has more options to trigger damage over time, solidifying her role as a dot enabler. I'm just going to call it dot. She can provide a huge attack boost to other allies if they have enough effect hit rate. Pull for Kafka if you have the dot mechanic in combat and if you have built dot units like Black Swan. Okay. Kafka's new best build puts her in a supportive role in which she buffs dot DPS and repeatedly triggers their dots. Eagle of Twilight line is Kafka's relic, but since this allows her to get earlier turns for more dot triggers with the support build in mind, Ushaka is Kafka's best ornament for energy regen and attack buffs. We recommend using energy regen ropes so that Kafka has frequent access to her ultimate. Question is, who's her best with characters for that? Is it only Black Swan? Kafka's best teams are... I don't even know who Heaslian's is. Have I met you? Yeah, we have. She is the Fire Dragon. Ranmei and Huahua is like one of her best dot teams, it says. I don't have those characters. I do have Black Swan though. So I'm curious if I want to build her for standard DPS instead of effect over time DPS. Ooh. Since Black Swan is probably the only one I really pair it with, that's for our buffing one. I should probably do the old one for the time being, in which case her best cone is Patience is All You Need, as well as Prisoner in Deep Confinement and Revelry by the Sea. I don't even think I have that one. Okay. What do we got here that people aren't using? What is Patience is All You Need to? Increases damage dealt by the wearer by 24% after every attack unleashed by the wearer. The wearer's speed increases by 4.8, stacking up to 3 times. The wearer hits an enemy target that is not affected by a road. There is now 100% base chance to afflict a road on the target. Enemies afflicted with the road are considered to be shocked and will receive lightning damage over time at the start of each turn equal to 60% of the wearer's attacks. Okay, so inflicts a debuff on an enemy. Gains the stack of Trick. Every stack of Trick increases the wearer's damage dealt by 6%, stacking up to 3 times. Don't know. That would be good for her specifically, because it's usually Black Swan that does the damage, doesn't it? She's also really good with Goodnight Sleep Well, or Fermata, which is what, like, I have Sampo on, for instance, so I might end up switching. Break effect by 16. Basic attack deals an additional 60% of DAC. The target enemy slowed enemies. Where's effect hit rate is up. I'll start with this, only to switch it immediately with, not you. I might do you, since I really don't use you. I'm gonna steal Kafka's 4-star cone off of one of my other characters that I don't really use. Okay, and relics. Confinement of the Deep. Body, it wants to be attack. Okay. See if I have any of those. Probably not. Because this is head, you dingus. Attack, feet be speed. Sphere be lightning, rope be attack. Or, as it said in the other build, energy recharge. Kafka would need at least 250 attack to deal supplemental damage as a support. See, that's the other thing with the other build, is sometimes you need really, really high numbers that I don't know if you can get. Kafka should have at least 135 speed for multiple turns in one cycle. Do make sure her speed is slower than her other dot unit so she can trigger dots and make sure she reaches the right speed breakpoints. See, that's the other hard thing, is Black Swan I know doesn't have perfect speed because getting those rates is hard. As for her effect hit rate, Kafka will need at least 75% effect hit rate to give herself the attack buff from her bonus ability. That's effect. It's actually not that bad. Technically, we'll be missing 1 point, but they'd all be points that I would actually want. Just checking other people's. Yeah, I don't need those. It's like, that's good again. Doesn't have oh yes it does. It has speed. Never mind. That's attack. Oof. Again, I don't have any here. If my effect hit rate is such a big deal too, I'm curious if it would be better to have one of these be effect. What do you have? You have attack. You're not wearing the only other one, are you? Break effect, defense. It's not that great anyways. This one has effect hit rate at least. That one has speed though. If only for the speed, but do I need that much speed? Crit rate, don't care. Strangely, feels weird to say. Crit damage, crit damage. Because if she needs it for her special, do I care as much about attack? I don't have any anyways, okay. Speed. That wouldn't be too bad. Damage and effect. Ooh, yeah, because she has... Do I want to swap with Sushang? I probably should. Okay. Better characters get the better things. And then for this, do I even have any? No. No, I don't. Revelry by the Sea. Alternatively, do you have anything alternatively for the relic ornaments? For Ego with Twilight Lane, we have Lushaka of the Sunken Seas. Oh, did I look at the wrong one? There's too many seas. The first one's Lushaka, the second one is Revelry. Do I have either? No. Because I haven't been able to do the light cone farming. It's locked behind an event that if I do now will mess up my story. Yay. Thanks. Firmament of the Frontline is second best. As well as, where is Space Stealing Station? Being like your last resort for a cone. What does this one even do? Increases the aware's attack by 12% when the speed is equal or higher to 135 to 160. I don't even know if I'd be able to use that. Honestly, that might be something to look into more when I actually have stuff, or maybe it actually gave her some things for me. I don't know. Was it one or the other one? This one it wanted lightning. Rope needs to be attack, which apparently it gave me. So, is it perfect? No. Is it what I'll use in the end? Maybe not. It said it would give me materials. I guess it only meant for traces. So, there she is for now. Enhance? Oops. Can we please? Thank you. Ooh, and speed. That's a good sign. Can I auto-add these? Attack. Not great. I mean, it's better, but I really want speed. Attack is good, though. And one effect resistance. But I guess I need some of those, so that's actually pretty good, I would say, based on my limited knowledge of the character. Something I really like in this game too is that you can actually choose to like comb through these as you get them and instantly mark them for deletion, hence this little trash can. I really wish Genshin had that. You have no idea. Okay, attack. Obviously, it was going to have at least one in defense, but... Oh, 2 into speed. So that went really well. Don't know how I feel about this one. I'll get at least 1 speed. That's for sure. I'll work on it for now. Because I can still grind for these. Okay, so... final stats. At the moment, look like this. Speed is 141. I think it said it needed 135 for... Yep. So I get the first buff from this, though I don't know how I feel about leveling it up. Just because I don't know if this is what I'm going to use in the end. Depends. Depends on when and if / I need to use a character. They're not bad stats, though. That's the hard part. Ugh. Are they her final things? No. Are they good stats? Yes. Provided it would stop going into flat attack. Not you. Don't worry about how much shards I'm using. I rarely get like characters and stuff anymore anyway, so. The rate I get materials versus the rate I get characters vastly outpace one another, so. There's a reason my money looks like this. Anyway, there we go. 2 HP, not great, but I did get 2 crit damage. Alright, there we go. Now there's the final stats. Crit rate's a little hurty, but it didn't really say she focused on that, so... There you go. There is Kafka. Whether that's good or bad, I guess chat will let me know. But for now, I need to claim my damn mail before I forget about it. I don't know what the hell this is. Phantasmoon New Game Production Submission. Hello, I'm Blurry QR Cult, creator of comics like Fluffy Across the Blue and Tragic Comedic Couple. I'd like to submit my brand new comic volume, Phantasmoon New Game. This volume's main plot goes like this. At the edge of the distant cosmos on a blue planet called Earth. That is where the game starts. AHA hosts a competition near the Phantasmoon New Game. I should mean Honkai Impact 3rd. Starts on Earth. 4 factions respond to the call and enter the fray. The Blue Star Peace Corporation, the River Rangers, the Garden of Gossip, and the Noodle Fools. Long story short, after a rollercoaster of twists and turns, the 4 factions team up to defeat the Lord Ravager and successfully save the Blue Planet. Yeah, it is worth noting Himiko and Wilt are both from Earth. P.S. We can also add reader interaction segments, product placements, a collaboration with the Fluffy. What is the Fluffy? And more into the main story. It's all open for discussion. I'm confident that by leveraging the popularity of Phantasmoon games and the recent buzz around the Anti-Destruction Alliance, this work holds tremendous promotional value and practical significance. It's perfectly suited to be produced and published by your company's platforms. It's guaranteed to make money. I've ensured that all creations are my original work have followed all of your company's submission requirements. Thank you for considering my submission. If you have any questions and need any further information, feel free to contact me. Attachment Blue Guardian Trophy Prototype.jpg. No, JPG. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it is JPEG, but I'm used to whatever. Whatever. it's late. Blue Guardian Trophy. The Phantasmoon New Game Trophy will be awarded to every hero who has offered their wish power to protect the Blue Planet. A joyful ending like this is exactly what readers celebrate. I currently owned one. I don't know what this is. This either has story implications for something I don't know, or I have it, whatever it is. It's not timed, is it? What is that? It was 4-star, wasn't it? It doesn't go away. Whatever it is. For your participation? I have no idea what that is. Apparently you can use it for something. Obtained from the web event that I didn't participate in. There's no notes on the internet. Thanks. Anywho, this is probably where I'm going to call it. So, with that and the confusion, we have made progress, and hopefully things won't go too sideways in Honkai Star Rail. But for now, thank you so much to everyone who has joined. Like and subscribe if you would like to see more Honkai Star Rail. And I hope to see you all in future videos. Bye-bye.